Hey friends, so I couldn't go all the way into 2026 without throwing up this video that was up for the Toy Box tier in the November mailer. So I owed you this video. I did make this and it got lost, so I have to do it again. So what we're going to be making are little pillows. Depending on how wide you want to knit these, the bigger they are. The smaller you knit them, we're going to hand knit these. The smaller they are. This one has been washed and heavily used. It's just filled with some stuffing, so you will need some stuffing. But this is the tutorial on how to make this little cute poof ball hand knitted pillow. All right, so you're just going to need the yarn that was sent in your mailer. And let's get started. We first need to make a slip knot. So that's just, we're going to need a tail. So what we're going to do is just cross over and pull through. I'll do it again. We're going to cross over and then pull through, making a slip knot. Okay? This is going to be our first chain, and we're going to chain 11. And by chaining 11, what we're going to do is pull this through that hole, and it makes a chain. And we're going to do 11 of these, okay? And you want to make about an inch long, not too long, but not too tight either. That's 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay? 11 chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right? So then what we need to do, you know what? I'm going to do 2 more. 12. 13. I'm just trying to make a circle. I'm going to do 14, guys. 14. 14. This one's too big. $11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 12. That looks funky. What is going on here? 11. 12. 13. 14. Okay, that looks better. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, so that's what we have. One long chain. They all kind of even. They're about an inch. And each V is a chain. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's how you count. So now what we're going to do is we're going to make a circle. All right, and this loop, I'm going to put through here to connect, and it's going to hang in the middle. And that's going to let us know, like, where we're beginning each time, okay? So that's the beginning, this when you get around there. So what we're going to do is we're going to go right into the first loop of the chains here. And we're going to just what we did before, pull a chain. There we go. 1, and go into the next one. 2, see that? Get lost here. Let's do it again. Okay, so we had our chain. We're bringing it into a circle. We're going to pull this guy through that connects us together. This is our starting point, and if you can go around, you can see each top of each one has a little spot that you're going to start pulling through. Okay, so here we go. Here's our piece. This is our first chain here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We're coming right around to the beginning again. Here's our first loop in. And that's our last 14. Okay? So what we have here is a circle. We now have 14 little loops, and we're going to just start pulling through each one of those until we start building this long tubular thing. So we're going to start going around again. All right, we're coming back around to the beginning again. Okay, so now that was our second row. We're going to do one more around, and then what we're going to do is fold it in half, and we're going to do it so it makes it a tighter weave. So I'll show you. Let's do one more time around. This will be our third time around. This will take the whole skein, or if you want to make a small one or a big one, depending. It's just really how long you make this will determine how big it is in the end. Just pulling little loops through each loop. That's all we're doing. This would be like a single crochet, maybe, if you were hand crocheting, if that makes sense. That we worked in a chain, and now we're single crocheting. All right, we're back around. All right, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to fold it like this. And what it's going to do is make it so that our weave is really tight. We still have our chain, so we know where we're going to be beginning. And it's just going to make it a little easy to work with and to make sure that your stitches are tight and close together and not too spread out. All right, and as you go, just keep folding it in half. Just like that. And we're going to do this all the way until you get to the length that you want. That could be this whole skein. That could be half the skein. We'll see how far I go with you here just for tutorial purposes. I'll show you how to finish it off and stuff it. These are super fun. I think last year I did these as gifts for everybody because they really do just take like a half an hour to make. Super quick. Nothing crazy. And then they're soft, they're plushy, you can customize them to people's colors. So yeah. So if you want to think about people's birthdays this year or teacher gift, work on them for next year so everybody next year could get one. I think when I made my first video, I used a skein that had already been used for, like I had unwound a skein that was partially made. And I was like, I'm just going to reuse this. And that makes for a very, like once you've already unwound your skein and worked with it, it kind of loosens it up. So when I had done that video and gotten all the way through, not only did I lose the video, I wasn't happy with the video. So maybe it was in the end the best thing. because here we are. I love this color, this burnt orange, or I don't know what you would call it. Brown, tan, caramel, I don't know, mustard yellow maybe? I don't know. All right, just moving quite right along. This can go fast. Put a little movie on while you're watching it. I did these at my office. I would sit at lunch and make one every day at lunch. Like once you get moving, it does go fast. It feels like it goes fast. I feel like I'm moving fast. If you feel like your loop is a little loose on the end, just give it a twist. And the key is to really just keep everything consistent. The right size, the same size loop, the same, just like in crocheting or knitting, your tension is important for creating the pattern. If you have any questions when you go through this, just give me a shout out and just say, hey, I don't get this, or how did we do this? And maybe